Hi students, good morning. If Z is a complex number, such that imaginary part of Z square is equal to 3, then eccentricity equal to eccentricity. If Z is a complex number, this is called imaginary part. So in general, Z can be written as x plus iy. So real part of Z is equal to x and the imaginary part of Z, that is equal to y. X is called real part, y is called imaginary part. I is an imaginary value with the property I square is equal to minus 1. You know this. Now imaginary part of Z square is equal to x plus iy whole square. This is a square plus I square y square 2ixy. That is equal to x square. I square is minus 1. Y square plus 2ixy. So this is x square. So Z square equal to x square minus y square I into 2xy. So imaginary part is what? Imaginary part of Z square is equal to, so this is the real part and this is imaginary part, that equal to 2xy. Imaginary part of is equal to given what? This is 3, that is equal to 3, implies xy is equal to 3 by 2, which is a rectangular hyperbola. So this is of the form xy equal to c square form, which is a rectangular hyperbola. So eccentricity equal to root 2. Eccentricity of rectangular hyperbola, that is root 2. Next one, if the latus rectum, if the LR means latus rectum of the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1 through one focus. Through one focus subtends 60 degrees, subtends an angle 60 degrees at the other focus. At the other focus, then eccentricity of the hyperbola is equal to the latus rectum of the hyperbola passes through one focus. So this is latus rectum. This is AE comma passes through one focus. These are the end points of latus rectum. AE comma b square by a. and this is AE comma minus B square by A. This is called P and Q. This subtends an angle 60 degrees at the other focus. This is what S dash minus AE comma 0. This makes an angle 60 degrees, means this is 30 degrees and this is 30 degrees. Now these are the P and Q are the end points of lattice rectum. P and Q are end points of lattice rectum. Now this is slope of AP is equal to what? 30. Slope of this is SP equal to S coordinates AE comma 0, or we treat as this is S ES dash. S dash coordinates minus AE comma 0 and P is one end of lattice rectum AE comma B square by A. Now slope of S dash P is equal to y2 minus y1 B square by A minus 0 by x2 minus x1 AE plus AE, that is equal to tan 30. That is tan 30 degrees. This makes an angle 30 degrees with x-axis. So this is B square by A. This is 2AE. 2AE is equal to tan 30 is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. So where B square is equal to A square into E square minus 1 by, so this is 2 A square E is equal to 1 by root 3. A square gets cancelled. By cross multiplication, this is root 3 E square minus root 3 is equal to 2E. So root 3 E square minus 2E minus root 3 is equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation in terms of E. Now by solving E, what is E is equal to? E equal to minus B plus or minus B square minus 4AC by 2A formula. That is minus B is, so this is a 2 plus or minus root of B square. B square is what? 4 minus 4AC minus 4 into, so this is a 4 into root 3 into minus root 3 by 2A, 2 into root 3, that is equal to 2 plus or minus root of, this is 4 plus this is 12 by 2 root 3. This is 12, that is equal to 2 plus or minus, this is what? Root 16 is 4 by 2 root 3. If you take plus, that is equal to E equal to, so this is 6 by 2 root 3. So this is 3 times gets cancelled, that equal 3 by root 3 is root 3. If you take minus 4, 2 minus 4, that is minus 2 by 2 root 3, eccentricity is not negative value because it is greater than 1. Therefore E is equal to root 3. That is the eccentricity of the hyperbola. Next one, if a 3 comma 0 and b is minus 3 comma 0 and mod of PA minus PB is equal to 4. The locus of the point P such that mod of PA minus PB equal to 4. Then the eccentricity of conjugate hyperbola. The eccentricity of the conjugate hyperbola is a 3 comma 0, b is minus 3 comma 0. The locus of the point P such that mod of PA minus PB equal to 4 is a hyperbola. Then the eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola. So that is the question. The locus of the point P is a hyperbola. Then the eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola. Now we have the difference of focal distance of any point on the hyperbola is equal to the length of transverse axis. That is mod of SP minus S dash P is equal to 2A. Mod of SP minus S dash P equal to 2A. Here what about A, B? These are the coordinates of foci. So this is S, this is S dash. That means what? That is equal to what about mod of PA minus PB is equal to 4. That is 2A is equal to 4. A is equal to 2. A is 2. So this is just like SP. So this is SP minus S dash P is equal to 2A form. Now distance between the coordinates of foci, that is what? AB is equal to, so this is 2AE. What is the distance between these two? 6. Therefore from this, what is A value is? So this is 4E is equal to 6. E is equal to 6 by 4. That is 3 by 2 eccentricity. Now B square is equal to A square into E square minus 1. That is equal to, where A square is 4 into E square 9 by 4 minus 1. 4 into this is 5 by 4, that equal to 5. B square equal to 5. A value. What is the center is what? Midpoint of foci. Center is equal to, center means center of the hyperbola is equal to midpoint of, that is S dash, that is 0 comma 0. Therefore equation of hyperbola. Equation of hyperbola is, so x square by A square. What is A square is what? 4 minus B square by Y square by B square. B square is, this is B square is 5 is equal to 1. So this is the hyperbola equation. Okay. Now our question is what? The eccentricity of conjugate hyperbola. Actually it is not necessary to find out all these things. So eccentricity of hyperbola, that's enough. E equal to, this is the eccentricity of this hyperbola. Now we have to find the eccentricity of conjugate hyperbola. If the question asks find the equation of hyperbola, means we have to find up to this one. But actually for this question not necessary to find the equation of hyperbola. Only the question is the eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola. What is the eccentricity of hyperbola? Only this is E 3 by 2, that's enough. So, but anyway, this is better to find out the equation of the hyperbola also. Now, if you want to find E is equal to what? root of a square plus b square by a square, that is 3 by 2. So this is the eccentricity of hyperbola. Now since 1 by e1 square plus 1 by e2 square is equal to 1. What is e1? If e1 comma e2 are eccentricities of hyperbola and its conjugate hyperbola, then 1 by e1 square plus 1 by e2 square is equal to 1. That is one formula. Already you know this. What about e1? 3 by 2. e1 is 3. Now we have to find e2, where e1 comma e2 are eccentricities of hyperbola and its conjugate hyperbola. So this is what 1 by e1 square means what? So this is 4 by 9 plus 1 by e2 square equal to 1. 1 by e2 square is equal to 1 minus 4 by 9. This is equal to 5 by 9. Therefore e2 square is equal to 9 by 5. e2 equal to 3 by root 5. So this is the eccentricity of the conjugate hyperbola. Next one, if the angle between the asymptotes of the hyperbola asymptotes of the hyperbola. Hyperbola means that is standard form, x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1 is pi by 3, that is 60 degrees. Then the eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola is angle between asymptotes of the hyperbola is what? 2 secant inverse e is equal to pi by 3 means 60 degrees. Secant inverse e is equal to 30 degrees. E is equal to secant 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Okay, secant 30 is 2 by root 3. So this is the eccentricity of hyperbola. Now we have to find conjugate hyperbola. Now since 1 by e1 square plus 1 by e2 square equal to 1. What about e1? You treat as this is e1. So 1 by e1 square is, so this is what? 3 by 4 plus 1 by e2 square equal to 1. 1 by e2 square equal to 1 minus 3 by 4, that is 1 by 4. e2 square equal to 4, e2 is equal to 2. So that is the eccentricity. Next one. So some problems are connected to hyperbola and quadratic equations. So just we have one problem. If E1 comma E2, so just like this is a passive step question. If E1 comma E2 are roots of x square minus ax plus 2 equal to 0, then, so this is a passive step question. In this one we have first question. If E1 comma E2 are eccentricities of ellipse and hyperbola respectively. Ellipse and hyperbola respectively. Then A belongs to. So this is the first question. A belongs to. E1 comma E2 are roots of this equation. So clearly this is upward parabola because, so this is E1, okay, one root, E2 a root, where E1 comma E2 are eccentricities of ellipse and the hyperbola. What about, so that is what, 0 less than, so that is what, E1 is less than 1 and E2 is greater than 1. Eccentricity of ellipse is less than 1. Eccentricity of hyperbola is greater than 1. That is what? So this is E1, E is less than 1. This, right, that implies what? This is nothing but 1 is less than E2, which is less than E2. Suppose in place of E1, E2, if you take alpha and beta, alpha comma beta are the roots. Okay. Now 1 lies between the roots of this equation. So 1 is what? Here, 1. So there are so many, so location of roots, there are so many points already we discussed in your regular class. Just once you go through your notebook. So the location of roots, there are more number of problems are there. Location of roots. If both roots are greater than k, if both roots are less than k, if k1, k2 lies between the roots, if k1, both roots are lies between k1 and k2, there are so many concepts. Just once you go through your notes, so okay, everything is clear. But anyway, so this is E1, this is E1, this is E2, and this is every quadratic expression is a parabola. If A is positive, upward parabola. If A is negative, that is called downward parabola. Okay, now see here, E1 comma, what are the conditions are what? So this is A, E1, that means what? Delta E is greater than 0, first condition. And this is called, this is 1. So this is, this point is what? 1 comma f of 1. What about f of 1 is less than 0, because this is the below the x-axis. F of 1 less than 0. What if delta means what? B square minus 4AC. B square is A square minus 4AC. 4 into 4AC. 4 into 2 is greater than 0. A square is A square minus 8 is greater than 0. So delta is greater than 0, and the condition, one more condition is f of 1 is less than 0. Okay. Therefore that implies this is what? A mod A E is greater than 2 root 2, or simply write A plus 2 root 2 into A minus 2 root 2 is greater than 0. A belongs to minus infinity comma minus 2 root 2 union 2 root 2 comma infinity. Union 2 root 2 comma infinity. And also f of 1 is less than 0. f of 1 less than 0. What is f of 1 is what? So this is f of 1 minus a plus 2 less than 0. That is a minus 3 is greater than 0. So a belongs to 3 comma infinity. A belongs to 3 comma infinity. Okay. Now you have the common part. Therefore from these two implies that is 3 comma infinity. A belongs to delta greater than 0, 2 roots, and clearly f of 1 is less than 0. So this is what? 1 comma f of 1. F of 1 is less than 0. So the intersection of these two, that is what? 3 comma infinity. Next one. The equation of hyperbola with coordinate axis as axis means that is x-axis as principal axis, y-axis is that is called transverse axis, and the conjugate axis. Coordinate axis as axis, and the difference, the distance of one of its focus. Distance of one of its focus. One of its, not focus, one of its vertices. Vertices from foci. From foci is 9 and 1. 9 and 1 is x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. Then a plus b equal to. Then a plus b equal to. Equation of hyperbola with the with coordinate axis as axis of the hyperbola. Distance, that means center of the hyperbola is becomes 0 comma 0. Distance of one of its vertices from the foci. From the foci. One this is focus. A comma 0. So this call it A comma 0. This is just dash minus a comma 0. Distance of one of its vertices, that means I am taking a comma 0. That is the, don't take anyone, either a or a dash. From foci is 9 and 1. 9 and 1. That means what? Distance between these two is given 9. Distance between these two is given 1. Now S dash A is equal to, what is the distance? A plus AE is equal to 9. So if you take A common, 1 plus C is equal to 9. Next to SA is equal to, what is SA equal to? SA, AE minus A. This is AE minus A. That is equal to given 1. If take A is taken common, E minus 1. So this is first one, this is second one. Now I have to consider 1 by 2. A into 1 plus E by A into E minus 1 is equal to 9 by 1. So these two gets cancelled. That is 9E minus 9 equal to 1 plus E. 1 plus E. 8E is equal to 10. E is equal to 5 by 4. Eccentricity is 5 by 4. 5 by 4. So, and here from anyone you can take this or this, or from 2. From 2, where A into E minus 1, 5 by 4 minus 1 equal to 1. A into, so this is 1 by 4 is equal to 1, implies A is equal to 4. A is 4. How to find B? B square is equal to A square into E square minus 1. A square, where A square is 16 into E square 25 by 16 minus 1. This is E 5 by 4. E square is 25 by 16. That is 16 into, but taking LCM 16, 25 minus 16, that is 9. 9 by 16. That is 9. Therefore, B is equal to 3. B is 3. Now the question is what? A plus B. A plus B equal to 4 plus 3. That is 7. A plus B is 7. Next one, a normal to the hyperbola x square by 4 minus y square by 1 equal to 1 has equal intercepts. Equal intercepts on positive x and y axis. If the normal touches the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. Then 9 into 25 9 by 25 into a square plus b square is equal to. So generally these type of questions are integer type questions. See, just once you go through the problem, if you are able to understand this question, the answer is simple. A normal 2D hyperbola has equal intercepts on positive x-axis and y-axis. Equal intercepts means what? What is the equation of line? X by a plus y by b equal to 1. Intercepts are equal. Equation of line having equal intercepts, that is what? X by a plus y by a equal to 1. Okay, so to avoid confusion, a is there, so you write k, x by k plus y by k. Intercepts are equal because both are equal. Equation of line, that is implies x plus y is equal to k. A normal 2D hyperbola has equal intercepts on positive x-axis and y-axis. Since one is a normal, normal 2D hyperbola implies the condition is what? A square by L square minus B square by M square equal to a square plus b square whole square by n square. So this is the condition for normal, where a square is 4, L is 1, L, M, N, 1 minus b square is 1, M square is 1 equal to a square 4, b square 1 whole square by n square is k square. So this is 3, this is 3, k square equal to 20, this is 5 square 25, k square equal to 25 by 3 implies k is equal to 5 by root 3. 5 by root 3. So equation of normal is equation normal 2D hyperbola is what? X plus y. X plus y equal to k, where k is equal to what? It is 5 by root 3. 5 by root 3. Now it is a, now this is treated as, let it be some, this is 2. Now 2 is a tangent to the ellipse. Now 2 is a tangent to the ellipse. But the ellipse is given this one. Tangent to the ellipse implies the condition is what? C square equal to a square m square plus b square. So this is the C. Or you write y equal to mx plus c form. If you write y equal to mx plus c, that implies if you write y is equal to minus x plus 5 by root 3. C square is what? 25 by 3 equal to a square. A square is a square only. So this is a square. Not this one. This is not this one. This ellipse. Or you can write clearly x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. So a square m square. A square into m square. What is m square is minus 1 whole square. So this is 1 plus b square is b square. So this is a square plus b square is equal to what? 25 by 3. Now cross multiplication, or you take this side. So 3 by 25 into a square plus b square is equal to what? 1. Okay. According to this given data, now the given question is what? 9 means multiplying both sides by 3. So this is 3 into 3 by 25 into a square plus b square is equal to 3, multiplying both sides by 3. Therefore this is 9 by 25. Why you are multiplying this? Because the question is given a square plus b square is equal to 3. So 3 is the answer. Next one, tangents are drawn to the hyperbola tangents are drawn to the hyperbola x square by 9 minus pi square by 4 equal to 1 parallel to the line parallel to the line 2x minus y minus 1 equal to 0. Then the points of contact of the tangents to the hyperbola. Points of contact to the hyperbola. So this question is also given in IIT. So it is very simple question. Tangents are drawn to the hyperbola parallel to this line. Now equation of line parallel to 2x minus y minus 1 equal to 0 is 2x minus y plus k equal to 0. Now 1 is a tangent to the hyperbola. 1 is a tangent. Implies condition for tangent is a square l square minus b square m square is equal to n square. A square is 9, l square is 4, b square 4, m square 1 is equal to, so this is k square. So this is the line k square. So 36 minus 4 equal to k square. K is equal to plus or minus root 32. So k square equals 32. So that is equal to plus or minus 4 root 2. So equations of tangents are, so this is what in place of k, write 2x minus y plus 4 root 2 equal to 0. 2x minus y plus 4 root 2 equal to 0. So this is 1 is minus, 1 is plus. Now, what is the point of contact? If the line Lx plus My plus n equal 0 is the tangent to the hyperbola, then its point of contact is point of contact minus a square L by m, comma b square m by n. b square m by n minus a square L by m, b square n by point of contact minus a square L by n, comma b square m by n. So this is the point of contact. Actually the question gave an IIT, that is multiple options. That means what? So this is one point of contact, this is also one point of contact. So both are correct options, both. Two are correct. So minus a square L by n, that is equal to, here it is, first one is minus a square is 9, L is, what about L is equal to here? L is 2 by n, n is 4 root 2, comma, next b square, where b square is, this is 4 into m minus 1 by n, 4 root 2. So that is equal to, here it is, this is, so 9 by, so 2 times minus 9 by 2 root 2, comma minus 1 by root 2. So this is one point of contact. And the other is here, this is also applying the same formula, point of contact. So this is 9 by 2 root 2, comma 1 by root 2. So these are the points of contact. Okay. In the given options, so I think 4 out of 4 options, so these two are correct. Okay, thank you.